And we are live. Welcome to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 330. Here with your host. I am your host, Bitcoin Zay, here to bring today's news stories every Monday through Friday at 10-ish. Oh, yeah, definitely. So good morning, good Friday. Definitely a good day to be in here, waiting for some people to come on in. Let's see who we got. Oh, yeah, good morning. Shannon, Game My Pete. What's going on? P-Man Van, Crypto Ty, Sergeant Crypto, Erica Beach. How we doing? Let's see. Antonio, you definitely hit the nail on the head. I'm going to go through the stories that we will be discussing today. So the stories we'll be discussing today are the 4 ways the government shutdown harms crypto. We'll be discussing Overstock's tZERO exchange trading live. We'll talk about Bitcoin ATMs in Venezuela. And we'll also discuss 10 reasons Bitcoin will never go to zero. And lastly, we'll finish up with our top story of the day, which is Coinbase. Like Antonio just said, Coinbase is up to it again. They have added tax support to their wallet and crypto exchange service. Wow, this is crazy. It says here, American cryptocurrency exchange and wallet service Coinbase has added resources for customers in the U.S. to claim crypto trades on their taxes. In addition to adding an educational guide on crypto and taxes, they have also integrated popular tax software TurboTax. I mean, what are we? Come on, man. What is Coinbase? What is the problem, man? You don't have to do this. I mean, I don't know what kind of pressure you're under, but you don't have to do this. This is one of those news stories that when you hear it, it's almost comical because we've said that if they ever were to integrate taxes into crypto exchanges, it would be Coinbase first. And the day is here. They the feds. Somebody just beat me to it. Coinbase is the feds. We've known it all along, but the fact that they have it integrated so that they can basically slide all of your trades over without, you going and saying, this is what my taxes are, that's crazy. So it also says here, Coinbase says it'll provide the new resources in order to make the platform easier to use after hearing confusion from the community regarding crypto transactions on their taxes. It says here it talks about the legal definition of cryptocurrencies. We know, you can't really give a definition of cryptocurrencies right now because we have some people saying it's commodities. Wrong. We have some people saying that, you can't use it for medium of exchange. Wrong. So most of these people don't know what they're talking about. However, if you integrate TurboTax, one of the things that's going to happen is there's nothing you can do in there that's not going to be tracked for good. So this might actually be the day, if we look back in time, this might be the day that Coinbase starts to decline. Because I'm going to tell you right now with some of the news I'm about to tell you now with tZERO, with some of the bigger exchanges coming, nobody wants to be forced to do it through Coinbase if they don't have to, like they do in traditional markets. You claim your own taxes. You do it yourself, however you have to with capital gains. And if you don't, Coinbase shouldn't have to force you, but they have integrated TurboTax. For those of you who use Coinbase, this is another nail in the coffin. I mean, it's just, I'm flabbergasted. I haven't been this flabbergasted in a while. This is a big development in the crypto world because this basically signals what we've been telling you, that there are companies that are trying to make money the traditional way with the crypto face. And this is our number one poster child right here. So let's go to some of these comments. Yeah, Coinbase back at it again. Coinbase could have been so much better. Could have been so much better. I mean, shout out to Sinclair Skinner, who we've had on the show. He actually met, Brian Armstrong back in the day. He said the same thing. He was like, they're building a company, but they could have done much better instead of going more corporate. So let's see. P-Man Van, it's amazing how they come up with the legal term, but all they say is Ponzi and going to zero. Exactly. They have a legal term for it, but it's not considered legal money in certain states. We'll see how this actually works out, because I think the biggest problem was that a year ago or 2 years ago, when it comes to the tax part of crypto, I think like they collected like $80,000 or something super small like that, or $8,000. So I believe they're trying to rein in all of that money that was coming through Coinbase and some of these bigger exchanges as well. So not surprising to see that from Coinbase. It's just, I knew whenever it came, that would be a day of reckoning. And that day is today, Friday. Remember this date? Friday, January 25th. If we see a super decline of Coinbase over the next year, sort of like Bittrex, when they introduced KYC out of the blue, and they introduced taxes right in January, right around tax time, this is definitely something to look forward to see if people will use them going forward. So let's see who else we got in here. Milto, what's going on, boss? And yeah, P-Man, you don't need Coinbase anymore. I think that's their biggest fault, is that at one point, Coinbase was the biggest, the best, and mostly everybody's like, just go to Coinbase. But now there's places just as easy, if not easier, with less, traction in the news and, stuff going on. They don't, have to deal with the tax part of it, but all of them have KYC. So got to pick your poison. Moving forward on Coinbase or after Coinbase, 4 ways that the U.S. government is menacing Bitcoin and the crypto market. Now, we have discussed a couple of our own ways that we've said that it can affect it long term, but these are some ways that were listed by ccn.com. It says the U.S. government shutdown has entered its 35th day, the longest in U.S. history. For 5 weeks, many industries have been paralyzed and federal workers are living on food stamps and Soylent. Very unfortunate to see furloughed workers standing in line for food, especially when you have people with the means to help support them as their boss or as their immediate person working for them, which is crazy. Nobody's getting paid. It says here, while cryptocurrency is a decentralized technology, companies pertaining to the industry must act within certain regulation, and that's on hold for the time being because, hey, government shutdown, the CFTC, the SEC is legally, they're not supposed to be working, but they are definitely place of major developments on ice. So here's the top 4. Number 1, issues with talent acquisition and retention. As a business, we have been impacted by being unable to access important immigration services such as E-Verify, which affects their current employees, their ability to hire foreign new graduates. I had a friend that worked in a law firm that worked with E-Verify for immigrant services. Very big industry. People don't even really recognize how big that is to get people from other countries here. This causes potential issues with talent acquisition and retention. So that's one big issue. Number 2, further delays approving a Bitcoin ETF. I don't really care that much about the Bitcoin ETF. If it comes, nice. If it doesn't, cool. We'll keep pushing. But the delays that come with it may affect the timeline of what could have already happened. Maybe they would have approved ETF by February, but with this pushback, it may not be till March. So we'll see how that happens. But the SEC is directly impacted. Number 3, public sentiment towards cryptocurrency. How does the U.S. government shutdown impact faith in fiat and cryptocurrencies? Well, this calamity may actually be a positive thing for crypto. After all, Bitcoin was born in response to one of the worst financial crises in history. So, like we've said before, in 2008, when Bitcoin was created, the white paper came out. In 2009, when it first started mining, it was right on the tail end of the recession. This is what Bitcoin is created for. You can take all the circles around altcoins and distributed ledger technology and blockchain and whatever fancy CBDC you want to make up. It always circles back to Bitcoin and why it was created. And that's why we try and keep our warriors on the right path, because you got to stay on the right path with what Bitcoin is used for. There's other use cases, but this is what it is mainly for. And third, and fourth, the last way that the government shutdown affects Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, uncertainty makes cryptocurrency companies vulnerable. A lack of regulations can create an uncertainty in a time where most people are trying to grab their cash and store it. If you don't have certain regulations, they may think they may get arrested or they may have some sort of legal or tax trouble. That is one thing that we're trying to push out, because a lot of these rules are so draconian. Man, it can kill an emergent space, which they actually said here. So Jamie Dimon actually jumped in and said someone estimated that if it goes on for the whole quarter, it can reduce growth to 0. So growth in the industry is not looking very good. And if people are losing millions of dollars every day, like it says here, federal contractors, that will not bode well in the future. I believe cryptocurrencies will be hit initially if something like that happens. However, people's mindset will switch and say, okay, we need to stop trusting these same people who keep putting us in the same position. If you're over the age of 50, 60, 70 years old, I know you are tired of decades of these same politicians. I mean, good gracious, how much of the same type of person can you have? Same person coming back in a new suit. So let's see what questions we got here. Let's see. Max Square going to become what Coinbase should have. Jack is probably going to reap the benefits of him being a good businessman. Definitely. Let's see. Politicians are still getting paid. Yep. I believe so too. Even it's only a partial shutdown from a payment standpoint. So it's not everybody. It's just the workers that they don't have to pay they are just out there right now. So let's see. CryptoQ, that guy on Cheddar owes King of Chet. He stole his image. Yeah, I don't know. I have to talk to him about that. And let's see. Yep, Top Networkers Group. We just talked about Coinbase TurboTax. So yeah, definitely. We just talked about how bad that was. That's crazy. So moving forward, Very good news today. Overstock's tZERO token platform has officially opened for trading. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's give them a good hand clap. Give them a good hand clap because this has been a long time coming. Overstock.com, much anticipated security token trading platform tZERO officially began trading Thursday afternoon. So this morning, a lot of people woke up and were able to get on that market. They announced in the press release that the secondary market for tZERO has gone live, making the first step towards other digital assets on the platform. So right now, accredited investors can sign up to trade on tZERO, which is acting as introducing or customer-facing broker-dealer. This company, Dinosaur Financial Group, and tZERO subsidiary Pro Securities LLC is providing the alternative trading system to trade the token. So as you know, probably Overstock's been ahead of the game. 2015, they started accepting crypto. They talked about tZERO for about 2 years now. I believe they've had it in process. So good to see new platforms coming. Coinbase, y'all becoming more and more and more relevant. The more people can come up with platforms to trade digital assets, we won't need you. So some of the stuff they're doing now is just ridiculous. So let's see. Patrick Byrne. Yep. Yeah, honestly, retail will come. Yeah, retail coming. Retail's always later. Accredited investors, you got to get liquidity going. You got to draw people to the platform. With retail traders, you can sort of, but you'll have a lot of traffic with less money. So that's usually how you have to work top down, unfortunately. But I'm glad to see Patrick Byrne definitely at the forefront of the industry, and I mean he's almost basically abandoned Overstock. The original Overstock plan for tZERO for this trading platform. So definitely shout out to him and all the people that worked on that project as well. So moving forward, Bitcoin ATM startups say they're booming thanks in part to Venezuela. Man, so if anybody has any information on Venezuela, like deep information on what's going on down there, let me know, because I haven't read into it too much. I do know what's going on because of the crypto side and politics-wise. We may have intervened to get Maduro out and get a new president in there as a coup. I've seen that before. It looks very coup-ish. I just don't have all the details right now. So if somebody has that, send that to me because I would love to know more. However, from the crypto side of it, Coin ATM Radar, they have estimated there's over 4,200 cryptocurrency ATMs. Last time we did that number, it was 4,060. So increasing very fast compared to 471 machines January 2015. So in 4 years, we've had 10x growth in Bitcoin ATM. So very good to see. In Venezuela, Jorge Farias, he is a Venezuelan expat and CEO of the Panama-based startup Crypto Buyer. He told CoinDesk that demand for Bitcoin ATMs to support cryptos like Dash and Flash are largely driven by educational initiatives in Latin America. Some of which literally give away small amounts of crypto, like myself, been doing it for years, to prospective users in emerging markets like Venezuela, which is currently roiled by crippling financial and political insecurity. We've seen it on the news. I don't trust the news, but from what I've seen, it looks like the instability. They're trying to make it seem as though they're bringing in somebody that's going to save the country and do stuff different. I doubt it. However, these ATMs can help people get cryptocurrency, use it, and cash out. And some of these people that have been using the Petro cryptocurrency, they don't want to have to use anything. Bitcoin ATM, you can use any coin that they have available. You can buy it there with cash. So that is definitely a way to get people in that type of market into the crypto world. So let's see what else we got here. Wall Street doesn't like Patrick Byrne. He exposes him. Yeah, cool works. We still only have Coinbase and Gemini and NYC. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. New York is garbage. They have the most dinosaurs. That's a dinosaur state. And honestly, they're just holding it back until they can get in the game themselves. So let's see. Dan the Man, what's going on, brother? Good afternoon. And let's see. Our last story of the day. And I'll get out of here. It is 10 reasons why Bitcoin will never go to zero. I wanted to bring this story up simply because we've had a few people at Davos claim that Bitcoin will go to zero, claim that Bitcoin is, Ponzi scheme. We've heard that a million times. However, I wanted to highlight 10 reasons why it won't. So if somebody tells you Bitcoin is going to zero, you have some good ways or some good things that you can tell them as far as, no, that's not going to happen, buddy. This is why. So first of all, Bitcoin is actually based on a lot of things. We know about public key cryptography. We know about networking. We know about the decentralization and the peer-to-peer payments. These are all useful things. Number two, the US dollar really isn't based on anything. I mean, everybody watching that has been with us knows we talk about the central banking system. It's all based on trust, and the Federal Reserve forces you to use it, so we use it. So that's one reason why Bitcoin won't ever go to zero, because if dollars don't have any inherent value and Bitcoin does, that's what people will move to. So number 3, it's not the blockchain. Everybody says blockchain, not Bitcoin. Get out of here. So if it doesn't have a blockchain in the future, it probably won't be useful. Bitcoin already has it, longest and strongest in the world. Number 4, like I just stated, strongest blockchain, because it's which blockchains that matters. Number 5, it's not a fad like Beanie Babies or Tulip Mania. Most people, they equate it to that. But even tulips are $3 now. Even Beanie Babies are $5. So it still didn't go to zero. It crashed, but it was just a fad. Bitcoin is not that. 6, the most battle hardened crypto. Man, good gracious. I've, lost hair, grown a beard, been through a lot of stuff with this crypto market. So I already know that personally, I'm very, very hardened in this market. It takes a lot to shake me. But Bitcoin itself, it's been here for 10 years. It's heard everything bad you can throw at it, except stuff I may not have thought of, but definitely the most battle hardened. Number 7, proof of work. You always have a timestamp and a transaction ID to show that what you just did actually happened. Remember, trust, but always verify. Number 8, something digital that can't be duplicated. That's why you don't want the double spend to be able to happen, which is be extremely hard on Bitcoin right now. Number 9 is deflationary, which is the only way good money can be created. That long-term, the value goes up simply because you can't print any more of it. So we have a set supply. And also, number 10, the government can't stop it. I think every day we're starting to see more and more government officials come up with ways to either offset it or to copy it, but they've realized they can't stop it. I mean, that Pandora's box has been open, and many people like myself aren't going anywhere. So most people who are in the Bitcoin space probably know most of these things, but I just want to throw out, those are 10 reasons Bitcoin will never go to zero. Somebody brings that up. Just want to keep people positive in this market. Definitely sideways bear market right now. So definitely good 10 good ways there. All of these stories will be posted under the video like usual. So let's see if we got any more questions before I head up out of here on this Friday. Let's see. Top networkers group, great list. Yep, great list. Oh yeah, absolutely. Sound money. They can control the path it takes to an extent, because most of the path that they give you to take is through banks, and the reason banks are there is because fiat currency is more stable. Once Bitcoin is more stable medium of exchange, it'll take some time, but once it's a more stable medium of exchange, people will just look at their rules and be like, no, I can do this on my own, especially with privacy coins and decentralized exchanges. So yeah, definitely gotta look out for that. Let's see if we got any questions from Facebook. Shout out to everybody watching on there. Hey, Charlene, how you doing? Hey, Wakita, what's going on, everybody? All right, so we don't have any more questions. I'm gonna finish up today with our question of the day. Our question of the day is, what features are you looking forward to using on the tZERO trading platform from Overstock? So what features would you like to see? If you tested out, what features did you like about it? What things would you change? Make sure you comment under this video, drop your cryptic coin address, and we will pick a winner and send those free coins. I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure you download the Brave browser to support us, the Gentlemen of Crypto. Like we always say, got a lot of big stuff coming this year. Can't wait to bring it. And you all have a great weekend. Absolutely. So thank you, Shannon Allen. Make sure you have a safe weekend. Have a good one, people.